It's just an added part of this car's history and what we've been through with the car, trying to keep the car in the family, going through different things in life, and just keep moving on, and not losing the car because we love the car.
Well, we're here 24 years and we've never had anything like that.
Then all of a sudden I started saying, Mom, this is going to be crazy. I was thinking they should go, but they didn't want to go.
My son did his best as far as pumping out the basement until he realized it couldn't. It was coming up higher than what everybody expected. And at that time I said, just go in the garage and disconnect the batteries from the cars. Don't worry about your car and your mother's car, and then just go and relax. Don't stress yourself out. What's going to happen is going to happen. You can't stop it. And just make sure Mommy's safe and the dog.
And I ran in the front and I looked and I knew we were in big trouble. I knew it.
And the noise from downstairs woke the dog up, and he barked and woke my wife up, called me at work and asked me if I can get home. There was no way I could get home. And my foreman said to me that, well, I'll take you home in a bucket loader and we'll drop you off on your porch. And they got to Liberty Street and it was 3 to 4 feet of water. The loader floated. We had to back out. They put me in the loader, dropped me down into the ground. I was in 4 feet of water up to my chest.
Let's go to the truck. It sits up higher, and that was my pride and joy. That truck, and I'm still crying about it, my truck. Beautiful 1977 Ford F-250 Custom. Oh, I want to cry, but anyways, got in the truck. The water's rising.
Well, what happened here is the levee supposedly broke in the town of Moonachie, and the water came in here within 2 hours. It filled up 6 feet of water around the house in 2 hours. Look out in the driveway and 2 cars are completely submerged underwater, and I'm looking at my garage doors and the water's at least 3 feet up on my garage doors, and I'm saying, well, I've got a Saab and a Corvair in there and they're both going to be wiped out too. Not knowing that it was brackish water until later down the line. So from what I understand, brackish water, the electrical system's gone, engines are gone, brakes are gone, so.
Got in the truck, started up, threw it in drive, got out of there, and you feel the water was, you've seen it, the truck didn't want to go, it started filling up, and it was getting in the truck, and as soon as it got inside, and that's salt water now, like right away it kicked in. I says, we're losing everything.
It was almost to the top of the fence.
Yeah, I was running so hard. That's what kind of got me nervous.
It looked like I was on a cruise, but not enjoying it.
Was watching it go higher and higher. I said, oh, I hope them ramps are higher than I think they are.
We had floodwaters here, unfortunately, at our museum that were 52 inches.
Now we're trying to open up the doors to get out, to bail out. We can't open up the doors because the water now is halfway, maybe 3/4 up the doors. So what happens is the water pressure is holding the doors in. You can't open that up. You know how much pressure that is? So the windows, we were rolling down the windows more. We had to wait till it kind of filled up a little bit and then kind of, jump out the window, right out the window. And we got out and it was probably up to our chest already. And now this is salt water now. And don't forget, you got a lot of cars in the neighborhood, not only vintage cars, but everyday cars were parked on the street. Things are floating around now. You got oil, gasoline in the water.
It's everything.
The sewer system, everything was coming up. Everything was getting destroyed. And we were swimming and we felt the tow pulling us in, pulling us out, pulling us under.
And I don't know if you noticed, I got a picture of my car in my mailbox. And she was going, it's almost up to the mailbox, then it was over the mailbox, and then like it's almost coming in the house. And thank God it stopped. And I told her, if it comes in the first floor, just go upstairs with your son and relax up there. There's nothing you can do about it, so just let it take its course. Don't worry about saving it. Save yourself.
She kind of let go of my hand a little bit, and I didn't want to let her go. Because God forbid if I let her go, and I held her on her wrist. So when she let go, I had her wrist, I didn't let go. Because if I lost her,
And the time I got out of the garage, it was about 4 foot out here. So there was nothing else I could do besides just get in the house and make sure the house and my mother and everybody else was all right.
we got up to higher ground and out of breath. We tried to stop for a second or two. And the water now coming from other blocks up this way. It was out of a movie. Like, I was in a movie, but it was real.
When I got home, the devastation of just getting rid of stuff is unbelievable.
We had an apartment in the basement that was completely destroyed.
From my baby's pictures to my kids' baby pictures, wedding pictures, gowns, clothes.
All our pictures and
We
memories.
had one room full of everything, storage room.
The 65 we thought would be fine in the garage.
Up high, we put
Put
it
it up
high.
on ramps and raised it up. We never had gotten water in the garage before, but
Besides, well, the boiler, water heater, washer, dryer. The list just goes on and on.
We stuck it out here for 2 weeks with no heat, no hot water, and no electricity.
My brother's car, he had it, and he gave it to his daughter, and she crashed it in the back, so he took it away from her.
17 years ago, my father-in-law had an aneurysm burst in his stomach while I was down in North Carolina with me. And we were on the side road, and I didn't know what to do with him. He passed out.
I fell in love with a 58 when I was a kid, and I found this in Brooklyn. It was a basket case.
And then about a year later, he says to my son, he always wanted that car. He says, Richie, take that car. And he kept it in his garage for about 10 years.
He finally came home 6 months later from the hospital, and I got down there, and he had said to me, Tony, you've been trying to buy that Corvair from me for the last 10 years. He says, I'm not going to sell it to you, I'm going to give it to you.
And every Sunday, work quite a few hours, stop and eat a good dinner, and then call it a day. Put everything away, know where we left off, and started again another Sunday. It took a lot of Sundays.
And
Then
then
when my brother passed away, I says, you know what, bring the car here, we're going to fix it, and I want to put Shaky's name on it.
and when the flood waters came, we got water about up to here on the car. The whole car was submerged, you know.
Oh, I decided to keep my car, right? I wasn't never in intention of getting rid of it. I just,
The other day to tell him that, Pop, I got to let the car go because no matter how much money they give me, everything in the car is going to be changed. And it's not going to be the same as the car you gave me. And he understood. So I'll either be looking for another, I doubt if I'll be looking for a Corvair, but I'll be looking for another car, a couple cars to put in my driveway and keep them in my garage.
The night that the flood was happening, I told them I'm rebuilding the car. Doesn't matter. Hagerty was great.
yes,
like
they
to
were
mention
wonderful. They
Yeah, they were very polite and very caring.
And I believe the first thing I said is, is this gonna damage my relationship with you guys? Like, are you just gonna drop me? I was on the phone. No, we already know the
It was
whole.
very quick response with them. Very.
Oh, she overnighted the check, and I broke down.
Well, I'm hoping that my cars, I had a Fiero, which was an 84 Fiero, and the 64 Corvair. Hopefully, it can be like a donation. Can donate maybe a fender to another Corvair and help it live its own life, you know. So, well, hopefully that part of my car will be somewhere. I'll see it someday and not even know it.
Oh, well, I remember when I was a kid, I used to jump on it with my friends and jump on it like it was a boat, bang on it, slam the doors. And I never thought it would be looking like this when I was 6 years old, jumping on it and everything else. But I guess I'm never gonna get rid of this car once it's mine.
If you would have seen me last week, I didn't know which way was up.
But we stuck with the house, and here we are today, hoping to rebuild back to where we were.